Guys, we're a couple minutes early, so we're not really going to technically start. We want everybody to see a little bit of everything, but our special guest came over a little bit early, so we're going to kind of see what happens here. See if anybody's tuned in a little bit early, maybe they'll get to see a little bonus action here. You have Wendy on the camera. This is your Zoo EDventures team. Steve in front of the camera most of the time. Who you're seeing right now, that's Nikita, our polar bear.
That glare is really bad.
Wendy is telling us that the glare is really bad, so we apologize for that. But we really thought it'd be fun to come to you guys from underwater viewing today and share with you an exciting announcement as well as maybe a bear in the water. So we'll see what Nikita does here in a sec. Those of you just tuning in, kind of wondering, why is it already live? We have Keeper Nicole up top. We're at underwater viewing at Polar Bear right now. And Nikita came running over. We thought, we'll get on a hair a bit early and we'll catch him getting into the water. And of course, like all good plans, it didn't quite work that way. What's splashing into the water there is fish that Keeper Nicole is throwing to encourage Nick to get into the water for us. That's Nikita up top. I believe Nick is 14 or 15 years old. We'll be able to meet with Keeper Nicole in a little bit to find out for sure. But we thought we'd come down here first and get you guys started. So I'm going to sneak over here. I did come ready today, Wendy. I came prepped. You were talking about making a big splash and stuff? So I wanted to make sure that I was ready. He looks so good up there.
Steve.
So is this where the splash is going to happen? Is this where you said there's going to be ready?
Well, I was using a play on words, Steve. We were going to make a splash because the bear was going to be in the water. You didn't need to dress up, Steve, in rain gear.
So I did this again, didn't I?
Yes.
Took it a little too literally.
A little too literal.
Did that the other day with Gorilla too. Poor Chelsea.
Yeah.
Do I look good? Do I look good at least?
You look like you will stay dry.
Not many people can fill out a poncho.
Very true, Steve.
So, all right. Well, okay. Well, let's see what he does. Let me get the. I'm sorry, guys. Here I am messed up again. Oh well. We'll see what happens. Let me get out of my plastic poncho. Oh, it's choking me. Whew. All right. Well, if you promise me I'm not getting wet, I'm going to get this over here. Whew. Shocked me. Educator Chelsea took the umbrella from me, and I took it back, took my microphone back from her, and I got shocked. Nick, what are you doing there, bud? Get in the water, big guy. How's your view over there, Wendy?
A little better. Glare's not as bad over here.
Not quite as bad?
Once it gets in the water, it'll be golden, but...
And it's going to happen soon.
Like we have said before, these animals have choice.
They've got their own choice, and they get in the water. It's funny because I do hear, you guys probably can't hear it, special guests, but Nicole is up top going, come on, bear, come on, Nick.
He gives us a look like,
I will? No.
That's special, I'm not jumping in yet.
I'm not quite going to do it yet.
And his mouth is watering, so maybe his breakfast he's getting a little excited for breakfast. Not that raw fish for me would be
I was going to say, would you guys, so for breakfast he's getting some trout, Nick is getting some capelin, what type of fish, and he's getting some herring, and I promise you none of it is cooked. All raw. Sushi for breakfast, my friends.
And this is restaurant grade fish.
Absolutely.
This is what you and I would pay top dollar at a restaurant for.
It sure is. It's really good stuff.
And under that Marine Mammal Care Act, they get special. Make sure that they get special treatment.
All quality, all big stuff. That's for sure.
Treatment. We should probably let everybody know that it is cold here today.
It's a little chilly. It's a little chilly again today.
We are in the 40s, I think, today, low 40s.
Yeah. Diane Williamson said something about England the other day. She reported that they were 4. And I went, oh, wait, is that? No, that's Celsius. They're over there. We had a couple friends from Minnesota and other places sharing how cold it was. Where are you guys from today? All this and fun and exciting put aside, we do have a very important announcement to make. And I think you guys need to hear it, and there's no way to put it off. And we're going to go ahead and do it as we speak, with Nick not quite in the water yet. As you know, Wendy has been off for a little bit. What Wendy has been doing is she has been moving her family and herself to Indianapolis.
Yes.
Wendy is leaving the North Carolina Zoo, and we are ridiculously sad about this. You have no idea. So she's been going back and forth. Bless her heart. She's been going back and forth. Even while she was in Indiana, she was still answering your questions. But she's been getting herself and her family situated and settled in Indiana. We are going to miss her to the nines. There aren't words. And I'm sure you guys are doing the same thing right now, typing what you think about Miss Wendy and the job she has done. Wendy, well, we'll do it in a second. We do want to have an official passing of the camera. So Wendy's going to have to come in front of the camera for some of today. We're having an official passing of the camera to Chelsea. Chelsea's been with us for a while. She's been filling in while Wendy has been working so hard on the move to Indiana. You guys have met Chelsea before. So we do have that's happening here today on our very last Zoo Adventure Live with Wendy happening right now. So here is that passing of the torch, passing of the camera to Miss Chelsea.
Well, I was waiting. I thought we had a polar bear in the water here for a second, but I will hand the camera to Chelsea. Just one paw.
Just one paw, that's right. So let's see what happens here, Wendy. Come on this side of the camera now. It's you and me this time. You and I get to do this. We'll come over here a little bit, wherever
everybody.
You guys are going to be.
Steve is telling the truth. I have moved my family to Indiana, and tomorrow is my last day here at the zoo. 16 and a half years I've been here, so I'll probably cry. So my family is watching. My friends are watching. Hi. And I've gotten to work with my friend. I was a keeper for 10 years. I've been in education for about 6.5, almost 7. And Steve and I started playing softball together when we didn't even work together. And so he was my friend before he was my boss. And you've been the best mentor I could have ever asked for.
Oh, that is so sweet.
So
thank you so very much. And it's been an amazing. You've taken us in a directions that's been amazing. And this especially. Look. That's for you, by the way.
This is a live dead fish.
Live dead
folks.
fish. It is live, but it is dead.
And what's amazing, Steve, is in March, you and I
That's
had
what I was
no
getting ready to say.
idea that this is what we would be doing. We
Nope.
dropped our normal jobs because of COVID. The zoo was shut down. We started doing these virtual programs,
Yep.
and today makes
85.
We have done 85 programs.
This started as what was called Wonders of the Wild. Some of you may have seen that a year and a half
we
ago.
have touchdown.
You come on up, Chelsea. We'll keep talking. So the Wonders of the Wild started about almost 2 years ago now, maybe, a year and a half ago. And it was going to be one a month of these types of episodes that we wanted to share with you guys, share it with our digital guests. Before COVID, before virtual became a thing, we were going to do these once a month. When COVID hit, it was like, what are you going to do now, guys? And we said, well, we'll do these a little bit more often. And lo and behold, 8 months later, holy cow, that's a bear.
Look how huge.
8 months
Steve,
later,
go stand next
I'm going
him.
to, yep.
Steve is 6'3". Nick is much taller. And you can see how big that bear is right now.
And he's looking up at Keeper Nicole up there for food.
Will you put your hand next
Yeah.
to him?
Tell me he's not massive. He's such a good bear. They're going to move him around for us. Look at this. That water is probably 55 degrees, guys, and he is completely content in there. Look at this.
He is massive.
I was going to say, if he put his head over here, I was going to put my hand up so you can see how big. I mean, look at that. I mean, he's just silly. So Nicole said she'd try to get him to move across the glass for us a couple times.
And we'll probably move over here a little bit. And
Get out of the
follow him.
glare, yeah. How cool is he? And again, that's Nicole. That's Nicole's
Yeah.
upstairs.
This
This is polar bear Nick. Nikita. I believe he's 14 or 15 years old. We'll get some more scoop and lowdown on him.
I love watching him swim.
I got a radio call from Nicole. Let's see what Nicole
Okay.
says. This is Steve. Go ahead, Nicole.
Steve, I'm about halfway through my bucket.
Fantastic. We're going to come up there and watch from up top in here in a couple minutes. He's doing some great stuff down here. You did a fantastic job getting him into the water. So we'll be up there in a couple minutes, Nicole. Does that work?
That works for me. I'll be here.
Thanks, Keeper Peppa. We'll see you in a sec. Jerk and clear. How cool is this? We're going to go up top.
It's really, I wanted to make sure that people really noticed his fur and his skin
Oh,
while
it's
it's
crazy.
wet.
Yep. It looks a little different in color, doesn't it? It's not that pure white that you might be familiar with on polar bears. Do you know why that is? I know some of our guests do. Some of our digital guests know for sure why. He looks a little grayish. What color is a polar bear's skin?
Oh, we heard
We
it.
have some of our guests here watching.
Some of our guests just got the right answer.
The skin of the polar bear is black. You can see it on his nose a little bit. You can see it kind of under his arm
chest.
some.
Yeah.
I was going to show you one piece of fur that we have here, but you've got a bear right in front of you. You don't need
Yeah,
me.
let's look at the bear.
You don't need me to do this. You really don't need me to do much of anything right now, but be quiet. Look at that. Put your hand up there. How about that? He is so big, isn't he? Just a massive animal. Whoop. That looked like a little piece of
Look like
smelt. Little fish.
It's got some trout, she said. Some, was it
Trout,
mackerel, herring?
capelin, and
Capelin?
trout, capelin, and herring.
Herring. And then she did have some...
ground meat.
Some, meat mixture.
Beef type thing. I believe that the donation button is up. I think it is. You guys are awesome. We had somebody last time, and unfortunately, we went back to try to find the name, and I couldn't find it. So I'm going to call you anonymous right now. Oh, great shot, Chelsea. Great shot of the foot.
That is humongous.
We had somebody donated $50 last time to get us up and over the $4,300 mark for the year. So that was great. We're up about $4,320 or so right now.
And that's all because of our digital guests.
That is every penny. And we can't thank you guys enough. I know it's been a challenge for some, so being able to give any at this time has been wonderful, and we truly thank you so much for that. If you do and can now as well, we would love for some more. There's that hand. There's that
I know.
ball.
I'm
You
so
can't help but
distracted,
do it.
Steve. I'm so distracted.
I've got a job to do, and I can't do it. But yeah, the donation button is up if you guys can and have the ability to. Our next big milestone is $4,500. We're about 150 plus away from it, and we'll keep pushing towards that goal. Look at him just standing there, pretty as a peach.
What a way to hit our 85th episode.
Right.
Is a foot away from a polar bear's foot.
Right here, a foot away
you
from you.
catch
That was good.
a foot away from
that
a
was
foot?
good. That was good. And you're really leaving? Are you sure you
1
want?
foot away from 4 feet.
You sure you want to do that? I'll give you a chance to think about it.
I think Keeper Peppa is holding him there for us.
Yes, I
so
think she is too. So we should probably go
we
upstairs.
might need to head upstairs so we can see from the top
What he looks like from up there.
what he looks from up there.
This is great. Chelsea, you've done a great job. Let's go upstairs. Well, hi. How are you? Keeper Kim.
Yay!
I do want people to see Keeper Kim.
Oh no.
You've seen Keeper Kim on Secrets of the Zoo, North Carolina.
She's famous.
But Keeper Kim and Keeper Wendy worked together
Yes.
forever. Would you like to say anything to Miss Wendy?
Yeah, I had to come down and see your last episode. I didn't want to miss this, so I'm going to miss you so much. Everybody loves having you here, and you do such a great job with this and inspire everyone, all the keepers, all the guests, everyone. I'm going to miss you. I love you too.
You can hug. It's okay. We won't tell the COVID people.
All right,
It's
yeah.
fine. Nobody else is watching. Just don't tell anybody they gave me COVID.
Nobody saw that.
So we wanted to. So thank you so much for coming down, Kim. I know that it means a lot to Wendy for you to come down. And these two again worked together for a long, long time. Before Wendy came over in Desert, worked together in Desert before Wendy came over to
Yeah.
get education.
Well, come up
So-
top with us.
Come up top. I saw that we have another guest.
Hi.
Somebody else came down to say hi. You've met this one too.
You guys know Nikki from your classroom programs, your zoo classrooms.
Hi.
So you guys have met Nikki. So Nikki came down again to give Wendy her little send-off on her last live. Leslie, unfortunately, is not feeling well. We'd love to see Leslie. Leslie might be on there answering questions.
Leslie's answering questions.
Excellent.
She-
Yeah.
so thank you.
Here
Hi,
in
Leslie.
spirit. Here in spirit.
She's here in spirit. So yeah, so we wanted to give you a chance to say hi, say Just your little live goodbyes. Or whatever. Unless you want to say, get the heck out, I'm done with you.
Yeah.
No, never. Absolutely
These
not.
two work together. You two work together.
I'm gonna miss seeing this part right here.
She's been staring at my forehead for 7 years.
So is this making it a little bit easier?
Yeah.
Should we do that? Now you recognize her?
There we go.
All right.
And Nikki and I were actually keepers together at Desert as well for a very long time ago.
Yeah, and then she followed me into education.
Yes.
I brought her to the dark side.
That's awesome. And we've
Yeah,
been
we're gonna
really
miss her.
blessed to have both of them on our team now. So Animal's missing them, but we didn't. But we're going to miss this one. All right, let's go upstairs before Nicole gets mad at us. And we should have grabbed the little. Whiteboard.
You want me to grab some stuff?
Just the whiteboard. All right, let's get upstairs. I know Nicole's like, Steve, I told you, I was halfway done with my bucket. So what a day, huh, guys? And it's awesome to be able to share this with you. I wish it was different, that Wendy wasn't leaving us straight away. But what an amazing opportunity for her husband that to take in. John got an amazing opportunity, and
We couldn't say no.
couldn't say no. Aaron, you said your stepson is doing really well too.
They all love it.
So that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. It's just new. It's just hard.
And you guys know that. Oops, sorry.
My zoo family here is my family away from home in Colorado, so
Yeah.
it's hard to say goodbye, but luckily
Yeah.
I do love all of you guys, so I will be back.
You don't have a choice
I will be
because
stalking you.
you're friends with people that are here still, and
Yes.
that's the way it's going to be.
Yes. Oh, will you grab the MiFi? It's on the railing.
What?
We can't go too much farther.
So this is what. So now we got a new team, right? So we're putting
We're
these together.
distracted.
Chelsea's been with us. Chelsea and Wendy have been working together for a while to kind of come up with plans. Chelsea's walking around going, "The MiFi, get the MiFi. We're going to lose the signal."
Yeah, we will not be live if we don't remember that MiFi.
So we had to stop for a second. So apologies for that.
Woo! I knew my last week was going to be tough, but I didn't think I'd be crying like 30 times a day. It's a
hard.
bittersweet goodbye.
Did she find it?
Awesome. Now
And
we can stay live.
then Nikki went and got it for us. So thank you very much, Nikki. Appreciate that.
We're coming, Nicole.
Here we come, Nicole. Woo-wee. Chelsea, how you doing over there?
I'm doing great, Steve.
And you have done a yeoman's effort to kind of fill shoes that really are big. And we're very excited to have you on board as well.
Very big shoes.
Now we can
still.
say officially that you're going to be doing these for us for a while. Thank you so very much for your time and efforts as well.
I've been enjoying doing them, and I love seeing all of our
Hi.
digital guests.
It is fun, isn't it? It's fun to kind of make a new group of friends.
Exactly.
Wendy ran away from us. I don't think she wants to
She's
cry
excited
anymore.
for the polar bear.
She's done crying, I think. Good morning. Keeper Nicole, that was amazing. The relationship you have built with Mr. Nick is incredible.
He's my boy.
That is for sure. He's your boy. Nice. Good stuff.
I've got one piece left.
You have one piece left?
I have.
So, should
you ready
we throw it?
You want me to throw it?
What do you want him to do? What do you want? Let's Wendy, where do you want Nick to go?
Well,
right now.
Where our digital guests can see him.
So out a little bit.
Hey, Nick.
You ready? I'll throw this over there. Go. Go get it.
There he goes, guys. So I was trying to fill in the blanks. Nick is 14?
He just turned 14, yeah?
Yes. I said 14 and 15. That counts, right?
Yes. You're close.
Thank you very much. And you said you've built a relationship with this guy through operant conditioning and positive reinforcement, the training. So is that how you did all this up here through positive reinforcement with him? Kind of he's used to and he knows and he's been trained to go, you know what, it's okay to be up here.
Yeah, we try and vary up how we feed him and where we're doing training sessions to sort of keep it variable and exciting for him. And one of our Rocky Coast keepers is actually working on a cool behavior with him.
What's that?
To where when I first asked him to come over, there's a cowbell over there. I rang that cowbell, and he knows to come to that sound, and he knows he's going to get all sorts of yummies for it.
You know why that probably works really well?
Because it's a bell.
Because
Dinner bell.
everybody needs more cowbell.
Yeah.
Right?
I got no more, sir.
Everybody needs more cowbell in their life.
You're very good, though.
Kim. No, Kim, don't encourage. Nikki, you're laughing. Don't do that either. Just.
No one in my house thinks I'm funny, so I am gonna miss you guys. You're the only ones who laugh at my jokes.
I'm not real sure your zoo house people think you're funny.
Very true, very true. Point
Sorry,
taken.
but I got no more. Got nothing.
So I don't know. These are unfair questions. 'Cause I didn't really prep Nicole for that. I usually at least give them an idea what we're going to talk about. You know, about how much does he weigh these days?
Right now
Plus or minus?
he's around he's between 11 and 1,200 pounds.
11, 12, half a ton plus.
He tops out
Half
around
a ton
1,400 though.
Here comes more people to say goodbye to Wendy. So this is amazing. Come on over here, y'all. So many people saying goodbye to Wendy. And guests loving polar bears are not wanting to say goodbye to Wendy either. So I'll come to you guys. You guys stay there. Chelsea, we'll come right back to you, Nicole. Don't leave. You have a few minutes? Thank you, Nicole. So who we have here? We've got Keeper May, we got Keeper Megan, and Keeper April. You guys work in Animal Ambassadors, right? At North Carolina Zoo in the Education Department. And you guys are aware that this is...
I'm going to hug her on camera.
You're going to hug her on camera. Got another rule breaker.
Yeah.
So April's been with us for many years as well. She started as a seasonal, is now a full-time keeper here from North Carolina Zoo in our Animal Ambassador section. So it's awesome that you were able to come by and say hi. So
And bye. I have something for you too.
So there was a promise made. I got something for you later on. May has been here. Let's see. May's been here. You've been here a long time, like 3 weeks.
Like 3 weeks, man. It's phenomenal.
So May is a new seasonal in our education world. So she's working over
And
with us
taking
as
care
well.
of all of our animal ambassadors,
Yes.
which is huge.
Yeah, which is a big deal right now. How's everybody doing, by the way, in animal world?
Excellent.
Everybody doing okay?
Yeah.
Good deal. How are the snakes? That's the most important thing.
Slithery.
They're slithery. Snakes are slithery.
They're warm.
They're warmer than we are.
Yeah,
They're warmer than we are. And Keeper Megan, Keeper Educator person Megan.
Whatever they tell me to do, Megan.
In the moment. So Megan's been with us for a couple of years, and she's also been a huge asset in the education side of things here at the North Carolina Zoo. So thank you for being here as well. I don't know if you want to say anything to Miss Wendy.
Yeah. So you're my first boss here. The snoozes. So thanks. I'm gonna miss you.
I'll miss you too.
That'll work. That's so cool. We tell you to say something to her, but you don't even know who she is. So.
Yeah. We haven't met
I
you.
feel like I'm being robbed from the opportunity to meet a great person.
You go right in. May, just fit right in. Just fit right in and say, you know what, Wendy, it's time for you to leave. I'm so I'm so excited I got to meet you.
Yeah, really.
So, thank you guys so much for stopping by. I know it means a lot to Wendy. It means a lot to me as well for you to say goodbye to her too. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
I'll still see her. You don't get to see her.
At least I moved somewhere where there's fun things to do. So
Where she can't leave notes in my room anymore.
yeah, I may have left a few obnoxious notes in her.
Oh, so there might be a story there. A few
Yeah.
obnoxious notes. There might be a story. That's interesting.
Not for
Cool.
me.
Yeah.
Good deal. Well, thank you guys. Let us wrap up our thing with Miss
Yes.
Nick. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thanks,
That's a lot. It's a big deal. Cool. All right, how you guys doing today? Come on up. Doing well. Thank you. Thanks for asking. We're having fun here with a Facebook Live event going on for the North Carolina Zoo. So it's been really. There he goes. Whew, he's going to go right into the thing. So this has been really a cool day, and I say cool day. It's sad. We're all going to miss you to the nines.
Oh yeah.
But let's do. You take that. So we do want to share this. This is really cool. Take a deep breath through your nose, digital guests. You take a deep breath through your nose. Some of you may smell some coffee. Some of you may smell maybe some bacon and eggs. Some of you may smell some peanut butter crunch cereal. We learned earlier that Chelsea likes some sort of chocolate cocoa puff thing. In one of our other episodes, bears like fish and meat. Wendy, what do you want for breakfast?
Anything. I had a protein
All the
shake.
above. Somebody from one of our friends said
I had
all
a
the
protein
above.
shake, and now that you're saying all these things, they sound a lot better than what I had for breakfast.
What about you, Nicole? What were you going to have for breakfast?
I like bacon.
You like bacon?
I like
Well, that's
bacon.
because you're normal.
Yeah.
Nick likes
This-
bacon too. He likes the smell of it.
That's interesting. This is the polar bear's nasal cavity. And when you took that deep breath, you could smell what was kind of close by and maybe a little bit in the room if you've got a really good sense of smell. This guy can smell his favorite food, seals, right, Nicole? Seals are his favorite food. 20 miles away,
Wait a minute. What?
right? 20 miles away.
But seals are in the water.
Yep.
Under the ice.
Yep, and your point?
So can the polar bear smell underwater under ice?
Underwater
20
and
miles?
under ice. Have you seen them jump up and kind of punch through the ice
Yes.
before? They're trying to get to the seals under the ice. It said they can
Wow.
smell a seal from maybe a football field or two away under a foot of ice.
That is insane.
Isn't it crazy?
I am thankful that we cannot smell like a polar bear
I was
because
just going to say that.
we had a teenager living in our house, growing up, middle school, high school.
Aaron's fine.
After football practice, I would not want to be able to smell 20 miles away.
Can you imagine that, guys? If you had that
No
sensitive
way.
of sense of smell? And it's said that they can actually track a female through chemical scent. They can smell the chemicals from a female's paw, right?
Footprints in the snow.
Maybe 75 miles.
That's insane.
That's how far away they can detect that. And it's all right here.
So really what you're telling me is you and I have no chance of survival in polar bear territory.
No. And neither one of us can run anymore.
No, we can't run.
So we're
we
not
can't
getting away
swim.
from anybody.
They can smell us from pretty much anywhere,
Yep.
and we don't blend in with the environment.
And then the last thing you see is this.
Is what? Oh. I'm gonna call HR.
You can't.
What are you gonna do? Fire me?
Look at that. That's how they grab their prey. They grab it that way. They come over. They grab it. Whoops, poke their eyes out first. Grab it. And they pull it up out of the snow and the ice. So they wait patiently right beside the seal's breathing hole, because seals have to come up and breathe. And they'll wait next to that. And when the seal pops up for breath, they grab it with that amazing mouth.
That does not sound like a pleasant way to end your day
Last
as
thing
a
a
seal.
seal sees, right? So not a good experience at all. Eyes there. Good senses, obviously sense of smell. What about vision and other senses?
They've got pretty decent vision.
Kind of bear type vision?
Yeah, I mean they mostly use their sense of smell.
Yeah.
For out where they live, but
Gotcha.
they have good sense of vision as well.
Cool.
Hearing.
I guess especially as you get close to it, you need to see what it is.
Yeah.
We know that bears have a little bit of a challenge right now, right? There's a challenge going on, especially in the cold north. Let's talk a little bit about this idea of the Arctic warming, of this climate change ideal that's going up. Yeah, thank you very much. So we know that there's a problem in the far, far north. Why is a warming planet a challenge for the bears?
Well, polar bears rely heavily on the sea ice
Yeah.
for their entire way of life. They are the most carnivorous out of all your bear species.
Okay.
And they do almost exclusively eat seal blubber out in the wild.
Mm-hmm.
So the harbor seal, or not the harbor seals, I'm going to run in and Paco, seals.
We do have seals here.
We do have seals here.
That's okay. You're allowed to say our seals.
The seals actually rely on the sea ice as well, so that they will come out and they'll den, they'll have their pups. They'll haul out on the sea ice to rest and,
And we can think of, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but
You're
we
fine.
can think of sea ice as kind of their dirt, their
Yes.
ground, their land is the sea ice.
Yep.
And it's, it comes and goes.
Yeah, so when the sea ice is melting, without it, not only can the seals not haul out and have their pups,
Right.
But the polar bears can't get to them to eat them.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so and then also, the females use it as a platform, like they use it for breeding. So the male, we talked about the males tracking the females, so they need the sea ice out there
To be able to find them.
to be able to
just
find
even
them.
find
Yeah,
them.
and then
It's so vast. It's
Yep.
empty space.
and then the females rely on it for denning to
Right.
be able to have their cubs.
So
out there,
keeping
protection.
it cold up there,
Is
whatever
really
we can do down here to
Yep.
keep it cold up there is really important. And we're looking primarily there at carbon dioxide. Any release of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere is kind of forming this heat-trapping blanket up in the atmosphere. And what that does is actually traps the Earth's heat, not the sun's. It traps, this heat comes through that atmosphere and tries to radiate back out, tries to leave again. That's really heavy.
Yeah, I was going to say, what was
And that when the atmosphere is more full of carbon dioxide, it has excess carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, that heat can't escape. So it's trapped on the Earth. And it's really focused on the poles. So anything we can do to reduce that carbon dioxide production will ultimately help the polar bears. And guys, all the animals.
Yep.
Especially the poles, that's where the impact is strongest. But it's being felt worldwide, global impacts. So it's a big deal. It's a big deal. So some things that we can do would include what? We could drive a little less.
Yep.
If we don't need it, drive a little bit. Maybe you're going through the drive. Don't go through the drive-through. Pull in, go walk inside and get it to go. Why not? So any of those kind of things that you can do. You got any suggestions? What can some things that people do out there? What do you think?
You can adjust your thermostats. So
Oh, yeah, sure.
Even just 2 degrees, you save yourself, you know,
And that's
quite a
going to
bit
impact your
of
wallet
carbon
as well as carbon
exactly.
dioxide.
Yep,
Yeah.
so
Wendy, you have anything for the guests to think about?
My husband carpools.
Carpooling? That's fantastic.
Less driving as
Yep.
much as possible.
Yep, that's cool.
We changed light bulbs in our house.
Nice.
And a big thing for us in our office, when we leave, we turn our monitors off and
Yep.
the lights off.
So that individual action is really cool. But if you can think of some things you can do as a community, let's start with your family, then maybe your neighborhood. If you can make those impacts bigger, can you see the impact? Would be even that much larger. So we can get community level programs like maybe bike lanes in your neighborhood. Put a bike lane in your neighborhood. Get folks to encourage to be able to do that. Talk to your local electric industry. Maybe do some sort of community audits of their homes of electricity to find maybe where there's some weather stripping that needs to be done. So all those kind of activities, guys. And it helps the bears, sure it does, but it also helps your local community and even you ultimately. So something you guys can do for these guys that we just met today, the polar bears of the far, far north. So this has been really cool. What last thing do our guests need to know about Nick?
I need to know about Nick.
Yeah, what do you need to know about that bear right there?
Wow, there are lots of things that I love about him that I could just talk about him all day long.
You could?
I could.
Well, I'm going to make this. You could tell me one thing. What's one thing that our guests don't know about Nick that they should know?
Ooh,
I know. I'm not the nicest interviewer sometimes.
let me think.
Where's he from?
Where's he from?
I
Oh, so
don't know.
he was born at the Toledo Zoo in Ohio.
He was born in Toledo.
Yeah, he came to us from the Kansas City Zoo.
Yeah,
Kansas
we
City
do need
Zoo.
to give out
I
Kansas
bet
City
you
a
Kansas
shout.
City Zoo people will
Yeah.
catch this later on, and we love you guys. It's amazing how strong you are with your passion for
He
Nick.
probably has the biggest group
Fan following. He does. People from the
Yeah,
always
he does.
watching.
Yep.
So that's cool. From Toledo, came to us from Kansas City.
Yep.
Cool. Favorite.
Um,
all right, I'll make it easy for you.
Okay.
Favorite fish.
Favorite fish?
I don't know. You tell me.
Herring. I would
Herring
say.
is his
Yeah,
favorite fish.
Herring is a lot of our animals' favorite fish.
Is
It's
it?
it's like the
Little
Twinkie.
fatty?
It's like the Twinkie
like
of
the
fish.
Twinkie of
It's got of course. I mean, everything that's fatty tastes great, right?
And then
Right.
what is his absolute favorite treat?
So we do offer like he gets a nice balanced diet of healthy things,
Mm-hmm.
and then we also have a few items that are his favorite that we use for like training, like as
Oh,
high
cool.
value reinforcers to get him to do things for
high
us.
value reinforcer. That sounds important.
Couple of his favorite things are grape jelly.
Grape
Grape
jelly.
jelly,
Are
yep.
you kidding me?
He likes grape jelly, and then he also likes lard. Yeah, like cooking lard.
Really?
Yeah.
Cooking lard.
Yeah, well, because you think about it, I mean, these guys eat
It's fat. Yeah,
They
sure.
Eat almost exclusively fat out in the
Wow.
wild. So
That's cool.
it would make sense that and we also feed as part of his regular diet cow fat. So he's big. Yep. So that's one of his favorites. He likes all the as a polar bear who's supposed to be big, he likes all the fatty, delicious things.
That's
and
awesome.
peanut butter, right? Who doesn't love peanut butter and honey?
On our board today, we talked about PB. We were going to PB today, and Chelsea's like, polar bear. What, I thought we were going to peanut butter. What's up with this? And one last thing about him is that he loves to smash things.
He does.
Does he really like to smash pickles?
Pretty much anything that. So he's got, if you can see out on the habitat, he's got like some large
He
toys
does.
out there. So yeah, one of his favorite things to do is for us to toss in a barrel or a large, hard plastic toy, because everything that he has to be bear proof. He can't have nice things.
he can't have,
So
he can't
he'll
have
go
small
and
things.
he'll tackle them, and it's a natural behavior.
Right,
You
that's
see
what
him
I'm
do
going to
that
say.
in
Is
the
it a
wild.
natural
Yep.
thing? Okay, so that pouncing and that jumping,
Yep.
those are natural behaviors you're eliciting through those strong plastic materials.
Yep.
Cool, and pickles are one of them. I
And
love
yeah,
that.
we
I
do
think
have
that's so
some large plastic pickles that were donated from the Mount Olive Pickle Company.
Well, thank you very much, Mount Olive Pickle.
Yeah.
Mount Olive Pickle Company. That's cool.
Yeah, so and it's actually one of Anana's favorite toys. Our female, she really likes like the pickles when they're not all smashed up by him.
Gotcha.
She
funny.
throws them around and enjoys them.
And we should tell our digital guests, some of you have been watching, we don't know if anybody's pregnant. We would love to have a polar bear cub later on in February or March, but we don't know if they're pregnant or not. As I've always told people, can you put your fists together like that, Nicole? So that's how big a polar bear cub is when they're born. That's how big a polar bear cub is. They weigh about a pound. You're not going to see that in a female, so there's nothing to see. So we don't know right now if Anana's pregnant. We have our fingers crossed, but we don't know. We won't know if there's a cub on the ground. Keeper Nicole, thank you so much. That was awesome. And the underwater viewing, you should have seen and heard the people down there.
Yeah.
They were all about it. It was awesome. So thank you so much, Keeper Nicole.
Wendy will miss you.
Oh, I forget. You should be able to say that was kind of rude of me, wasn't it? To kind of walk away.
A long time.
Yep.
I'm glad that you chose polar bear for your last two.
And that was a
two
choice.
files.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a choice, yeah.
So that's awesome. We had an activity today.
Yeah, where is the activity, Steve?
It's right over here. Keeper Kim, can
No.
you hand me that real quick?
No.
Keeper Kim, thank you very much, Keeper Kim. I appreciate that. So I remembered the activity. It's right here. See?
No.
See?
The activity is a piece of paper. Where's that piece of
See?
paper?
No, it said right here. See? To remind me of that we succeeded in reaching the 4,300 goal. That's what that reminds me of. Remember that. To remind you that Monday's episode is going to be taped.
What's that middle thing?
So that's what we got. So
What's that middle thing?
what?
Yeah, it's the polar bear activity, but again, Steve, where is the polar bear activity?
What's right here? Right here. Polar bear activity.
Yeah. Where's the example?
Nikki, where's the example?
I don't know. I put it in the shares drive.
You put it on the shares drive?
Yep. Steve here left it on the printer. So our friends that are answering questions for us live right now, they will give you the link to your activity today that was so lovingly made, but not brought. By him.
But remembered.
He did remember it. I'll give him that. And remember, if you guys are looking for Christmas presents for your grandkids, your kids, your nieces and nephews, we are offering winter camps. This, obviously, winter.
That's coming up.
Yes, coming up.
And Chelsea, you're part of those, right?
I am. I'm planning them.
Yes.
You're planning them. Fantastic.
You will have Chelsea regaling you with wonderful activities.
So
there's
that is really cool.
really good things that you can do, you can buy. It helps out the zoo. It also is a gift for your family.
And the surveys. The survey's been popping up in the chat box. You can always go back. If you saw it, you're like, what was that? Now we're reminding you that the survey popped up. If you do feel that would be awesome if you could, guys, because what we're trying to do with that is find out what works best for you, our digital guests.
Days, times, what you want to see. I mean, we are on our 85th episode. This is number 85. So we'd like to see what you really enjoyed seeing. Do you want us to go back? Do you want to see something that we haven't showed you? We would love some ideas and to see
Absolutely.
when you're watching.
Yep, so that's cool. So the survey and the winter camps, if you get a chance to check those out, I think it'd be a good thing. And as you mentioned, did you mention the wish list?
No. You guys saw some of the toys that Keeper Nicole was talking about with the polar bears. You can actually buy the zoo animals some enrichments.
Items. It's awesome.
We have an Amazon wish list, and I'm sure our friends answering questions will pop that up for us. And you can scroll through there and see, like, I want to buy the polar bear something, and the keepers have put the animal, the species, what the toy is, and what it's for. And you can purchase that. And there's some things on there
really
that
cool
are
stuff.
$5.
Yeah, it's an easy thanks. That's for sure.
So it's a fun gift to be able to give to someone that you bought a polar bear toy in their honor, or an ocelot, or an education animal snake. You never know who you will find on there that
April's
you
gonna
love.
like this. That's so cool. So before we go, Leslie, do you want to say anything?
Hi, Leslie.
Educator Leslie, do you want to say? I can't hear.
Yeah, she's.
You need to. You need better hearing.
Stronger. There's a whole lot of things I need.
I do want to thank our virtual guests. This has been a wonderful ride. My career here has been wonderful, and I'm gonna end up crying, but the 17 years I've been here have been a blessing, and I miss you already. Not everybody out there. I don't know some of you, but I miss all of you guys already, and I'm thankful to do something that I feel passionate about and that I love, and that my family supported me this whole time. So thank you to my husband who's watching and my family. I love you guys very much, and I love you guys too. So thank you for watching. I'm going to stop blubbering now. And happy 85th episode, Steve.
Back at you.
I have those, man.
And thank you so very much.
Thank you, Wendy.
It's been an amazing ride. I would have never, in a million years, wondered that this is how it would have ended for us.
I know.
Being able to work together
Every day.
since March, every day,
Yeah.
has also been a blessing.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have wanted it any other way at this point.
COVID has
some really
really
cool stuff.
killed a lot of things, but it actually has been a little bit of a blessing for our relationship. It's been a blast.
And then with those guys out there, be able to share
Yes.
this passion and this
Yes.
enthusiasm and this excitement with you guys.
And now we
has
have
been so
people
much fun.
watching from England
It's
and
really cool.
United Emirates and all over the world.
Tajikistan.
And Tajikistan. I didn't even know that was. I had to look it up.
but-
We have them all over the world, and it's just been wonderful.
So from my heart to yours, thank you so very much. As you mentioned earlier, from originally, the very first thing that I ever did with her was, and you may not even remember this, was a bat awareness event here on Park. When we started doing those.
That was.
That was when you were still a keeper and I had just started and I was doing special events. It was like, who's this Wendy girl?
Yeah.
Whatever. So she takes care of the bats. Awesome. I don't have to worry about it. So she's been there. So ever since I started 14 and a half years ago, I've been able to work with you and
Yeah.
through softball and then through this.
Yeah.
It's been amazing. So thank you so
Thank
very
you,
much.
friend.
Thank you, friend. I
Yes.
appreciate that. And to you guys, thank you so very much for tuning in. I know this was part of our closure to make sure we
Yeah.
could do this and then put it out there to you guys. And thank you guys so much for your tuning in and your time and efforts, your patience, your cooperation, all those wonderful things, and the amazing comments that you guys provide to us. It is so amazing to hear those right now. And for us, that's a motivation. That's a motivator. That's a push. And when we're able to comment back, thank you, please know we mean that. We go back on there for a reason.
We read every single comment.
Yes, and it means a lot to Wendy, to myself, Chelsea, Nikki, the team
our
over
whole
here,
team.
Leslie, everybody who's part
Because
of
this
this.
is a village. We
Oh
have
my
people
gosh.
doing crafts and behind the camera and editing and all kinds of stuff. So it is
Yeah,
not
Beth,
just
our boss, Beth.
It is not just us. Yes, Beth is the glue that holds us all together.
Yeah, so it's been awesome. So your Mondays and Wednesdays, your Zoo Adventure team, we're going to be going again. We have Monday is taped, Wednesday will be live, and then we're going to do some more reruns at the end of the month, just so we can celebrate our holiday.
Steve needs a break.
So we can celebrate our holiday with our families as well. We will be back live next week for one, and then towards the beginning, turn of the month as well, turn of the year. Let's get 2020 behind us,
It's already December.
and we'll do 2021 then moving forward. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. The zoo is open. Time tickets, online registration. We still have limited access to the park, so do make sure you come to this. We're asking people to wear masks when they're at overlooks like this. We're asking you to wear a mask, especially when you can't socially distance. So we're asking you to take care of that for safety of yourself, for our staff, and for the animals we care and love so much for. You guys have a great day. We'll see you again soon. Stay safe. From Chelsea, Wendy, Nikki, Kim, April, Nicole, May, Megan, and everybody else watching. John, thank you so much for letting her come back. Oh, over here. Oh my gosh! Wait a minute. We're not ready to go yet.
It's the famous
It's Dr. Minter. When did you sneak up here?
About 2 minutes ago.
2 minutes, so we didn't
Yeah.
miss you much.
Nope, I just got
If you
here.
haven't watched Secrets of the Zoo, then you haven't seen this face, but if you have, you've seen this face a whole lot.
Ta-da! This is Dr. Minter, the lead vet here at the North Carolina Zoo.
Hey,
and
everyone.
You wanted to come in and say goodbye to Wendy
I
as well.
did want to say goodbye to Wendy.
I love you.
I mean, I'm going to miss her, but I'm going to kick her right on the butt on the way out the door.
Well, you should. She's earned that. She's earned that.
She has earned it. Yes. I mean, obviously, I have been working with Wendy since my residency here at the North
Yes.
Carolina
It's
Zoo.
your residency.
Yeah.
Residency.
So when I was a wee
Wow.
pup.
What a wee lad.
So, yeah, Wendy and I go pretty far back, so we're going to miss her. We're going to miss her quite a bit.
Absolutely. No, that's amazing.
Did she get this polar bear skull
Yeah, it's
as
mine.
a,
That
as
was
a,
a going
away
as a
present.
going
Yeah,
away
that's
present?
Yeah, so we won't tell you where that came from. We won't do that for you. Well, that was awesome. So if you guys haven't been able to tune in to Secrets of the Zoo, North Carolina, it's on Saturday nights at 10 o'clock through Nat Geo Wild. You can see a lot of amazing things that are going on here, and Dr. Minter is in a lot of the episodes because we're highlighting a lot of the care and wellness that goes into making sure these animals are doing as well as they can absolutely be here at the North Carolina Zoo. So thank you
You're welcome.
because you're here. I haven't got a chance to say that to you. It's been an amazing watch.
Yeah, actually,
It's
it's
been
turned
some
out
good stuff.
it's turned out really, really well.
And some of the neat things you've been able to share with
Yep.
our digital guests on the television have been really fun. So thank you for that.
You're
It's been
very
cool.
welcome.
It's been very good. Awesome. All right. Well, that was a nice surprise.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. And whoever said, who's over? I was like, what do you mean? So thank you for letting me know that JV had come up. Guys, thank you again so very much. We'll see you again soon. Stay safe. Zoo Adventures, Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 o'clock. We'll see you soon. Bye, y'all.
See you later. Bye-bye.